I'm going to chew my scarf. Hello, Helen here from HelenMartinOnline.com, and I do have Harley with me again today, who's quite happily eating my scarf. So in the interest of keeping him happy and not jumping around, I'm going to let him go chew my scarf. Do you want to say hello? Oh no, you're really getting into it. So how are we today? How is everyone? If you're jumping on with me live, please say hello and tell me where you're coming in from. Hello, Shannon. How are you? Lovely to see you on live. If you're catching the replay at some stage, please just put the word replay down below so I can give a shout out to you afterwards. Now, today I want to talk to you about something I'm not happy with. Somebody approached me last week about their business opportunity. And so I want to just sort of walk you through what that person did and what they said. And this is a prime example of what not to do in your business. And if this is how you're using social media, you need to stop. So I want to share that with you. Hello, Megan. How are you? And Megan says hello to Harley as well. And Rob. Hey, Helen and Harley. They're saying hello to you. You going to say hello back? No, we're just going to chew my scarf. So awesome to see you on live, guys. Hello, Jessica. How are you? I can't help but watch again. I need to paste this all over. It was good to see you on live. So the second thing I want to talk to you about, or just share with you, is since I've come back from Las Vegas, something's been happening to me the last sort of couple of weeks, and it's really starting to annoy me. So I just want to share that with you as well. My intention of sharing these things that are annoying me is to help you in strategies you may or may not be using in your business, and whether it's effective or not, and the impact that that makes on other people. So that's my intention of sharing it with you. I'm a big girl. I can get over my frustrations. I can, deal with my stuff, but, I share this to sort of let you know the impact that, maybe what you're doing or saying or acting or, etc., how that actually impacts other people. Shannon said Harley is precious. He's certainly that, aren't you? Having a nice chew on my scarf there. So if you are new to my lives, you've never watched a live of mine before, please put the number 1 down below so I can give you a special shout out. If you're not aware of what I do, I help home-based business owners bring their business online. So I teach social media branding, social media strategies, lead generation, how do you get leads online, video marketing, Facebook Lives, those kind of things. And I do jump on once a week and talk about a mindset and personal development to help you become a better version, of you. And that was yesterday. So yesterday I jumped on and talked about, something pretty important. If you missed that, you can go down the feed on my page and catch that, or just go to my website, HelenMartinOnline.com, and there's a replay of that up on my website as well. Tina says hello to Helen and Harley. So Tina's saying hello as well, mate. Sorry guys, he's ignoring you. He's more interested in my scarf. Hey Robin, it's lovely to see you on live, and special shout out for Robin. It must be the first time you've caught me live, so it's awesome to have you here, and thank you for joining us today. So what am I annoyed about regarding how somebody approached me about their business? This is a strategy that a lot of network marketers are using, and if this person really thought about it or did their research, the message just shouldn't have played out the way it did. It's not bad, it's just wrong. And those of you that have listened to me before would know I'm really passionate about network marketers learning how to network and market their business appropriately, because when they don't, it gives us all a bad name. And I'm sick of picking up the pieces from people that say, oh, you're in that kind of business. Oh, network marketing, yeah, I've heard about that. Or my cousin or my auntie or my brother or my sister or my father, they did that business once and it doesn't work. Or don't you have to chase all your family and friends when you go into a business like that? Oh, yeah, no, not something I want to do. So the way people approach this business gives us all a bad name. And that's something I'm passionate about. And the more the people that can learn how to build this business the right way, whether that's the traditional way or online, the better. Because if we can educate network marketers to talk to people the right way, handle people the right way, approach people, approach their business the right way, offline or online, then, we're not going to continue to get this backlash about, oh, that kind of business, oh, etc. It just really, really irks me. Does anyone feel the same about that? About, that it's unfair that we get the negative feedback that we do sometimes. Hey, Kath, how are you? Great to see you on live. Am I the only one that's experienced that negative feedback, or have you guys that are in this industry experienced that as well? Just put the word yes down below if you've ever felt that tension from somebody for being in this industry. Now, when social media came around and people started, creating personal Facebook pages, obviously a lot of people have taken advantage of that in building their networks and trying to reach new people to prospect to. Case in point, what happened to me last Friday. So I get a friend request. This is my example of what not to do. So I get a friend request. Whenever I get a friend request, I'll always look at who the person is. Is it somebody I know that I've already communicated in some way with, in my business or my mentorship or, people that are in my groups or, things like that. Like, do I actually know them? Yep, I know them. Okay, I'll accept their friend request. If I don't know them, if I see a number of mutual friends, so if we've got, no worries, Tina, see you next time, you can catch the replay. So if we've got a number of sort of mutual friends, 3, 5, 10, 15 mutual friends. And I'm like, oh, okay, that's fine. We've got a lot of mutual friends and I'll accept their friend request. So this is what happened last week. So I saw that this guy we had a lot of mutual friends. It's like, oh, okay, maybe he's in that community because it's all the same people within that same community, the mentorship company that I mentor students with. So I accepted their friend request. Like within minutes, I would have got, thanks for your connection. How are you? And I thought, well, that's pretty standard. Yep, no worries, that's fine. So this lasted over a number of hours, mind you, but still only in the one day, regarding their messages to me because I was busy and doing other things. So how are you? Yes, good. How are you? Didn't know this person from a bar soap. Then it was, what was it after that? It was your profile picture looks really good. Your kids look, you look like you have, a lovely family and you've got great connections. I'm thinking, hang on a minute. This doesn't quite sound right. Although it may just be somebody complimenting me on, my kids or my family or something like that and picking up the fact that I know lots of people, although my friends are hidden. So if you know anything about Facebook, you can actually hide your friends so people can't go and friend, like he's obviously done with other people. They can't go and, hit up all your friends for friend requests. You can't do that with my page, but he's obviously done it with other people's pages. So I've thought, okay, that's, thank you, for the compliment. I think I just one word line. I thought I'm going to see where this is going to go. Next question. So how long have you been living in, where I live? Barry, they were giving you the typical self-setup. Yeah, wait for it, Barry. It continues. So how long have you lived where you live? And I can smell it from a mile away. It's like, this is not a genuine connection. This is phishing, and these are the standard kind of questions that I'm waiting for it. So I was waiting for it. So I thought, okay, I'll play the game. Yep, I've lived here for, X, Y, Z, whatever. So it left it at that. So just seeing what the response would be. And, oh no, I saw where they lived and I said, I see you live in such and such. So, yep, I've lived here for blah, blah, blah. And actually didn't end it with a question, so I left it there. I said, okay, cool, we'll just leave it here. Sure enough, not long after, we've got a question. What is it that you do for a living? I thought, okay, that's interesting. If you spent more than 5 minutes on my page, you would probably pick up some of the things that I do. I've got links to this page from my personal page, and I've got a link to my healthy living page. I've got a health and wellness page as well. That is actually linked from my personal profile. So if he'd spent more than 5 minutes on my page and linked through those pages, he would have known some of the things that I do, or researched me in any way. If you go to my page, then you can go to my website. My website explains my background in the corporate world and, you know, things like that. So if he'd spent 5 minutes on my page actually doing some proper research and making a friend first, might have been a different outcome. So the questions go, what do you do for a living? So I thought, okay, so I just listed all the things that I did for a living. And, you know, I stopped there. Then the very next question after that was, do you trade? Do you trade? That was sort of the question. So I've just played the game. I knew where he was coming from, but played the game. I was like, trade in what exactly? And I'm not going to go any further with the conversation because I don't want to, you know, incriminate the particular individual. But it just went from there and then the pitch. So I stopped it there and I said, look, I actually have a business background. I have my own investments, things like that. I didn't realize you were connecting with me for the purpose of pitching my business to you. And do you think I got a response back? No. So in less than 24 hours, I've received a friend request. I've been interrogated with a lot of questions, not interrogated, but, you know, just the questions there. And I've been pitched to. Now, for any of you following that kind of strategy, please don't. And there's so many things I could have said and so many messages I could have sent back to this guy. But I just didn't. I've left it, and I'm not really helping him by leaving him. I should have actually, you know, sent something back going, is this strategy really working for you? Because this is exactly why network marketers get given a bad name. And particularly learning how to build your business online the wrong way. You go and make new friends, you friend request friends of friends, you ask them a couple of questions and you throw them your pitch. That is why network marketers get given a bad name. And I felt like saying to this guy, how about making a friend before you put your hand in your pocket? All he wanted was somebody in his business. Did he know who I was? No. Did he care about who I was? No. Did he spend 5 or 10 minutes learning about who I was by sifting through my Facebook page, leading to my business page, maybe leading to my website, actually learning that I teach network marketers how to build their business online the right way? That's what I find hilarious about the whole thing. What I teach people not to do is exactly what he did to me, whereas if he spent 5 minutes researching who I was and what I do, he would have approached it hopefully very differently. But the biggest issue here is network marketers, you need to make friends and build relationships before you go into the pitch. This is such the wrong way, and this is why network marketers get given a bad rap, and it needs to stop. Jess, I call this stalking. I stalked your page for less than 5 minutes. Wow, you got figured out quick. He's a creeper, he's a creep. Yikes, scary. Rob, I get it all the time from people. Yeah, and no wonder that this industry gets given a bad name. Take a few minutes to work out what somebody does or what's in their life, what they do. Build a relationship before you try to sell. This is what we call leading with your wallet. And this is really offensive to people. It's just such the wrong way to build your business. Now, the thing with social media is instead of people doing it offline and walking up to people and saying, oh, you should look at my business, it's awesome, I'm approaching people that way. They're just hiding behind their computers or their phones. They're friend requesting anybody that's linked to anybody and then sending them a pitch. This is not the way to build your business. Jessica, this is why I keep following you. You do it right. Everyone should look at your stuff. Well, thank you very much for your kind words, Jessica. If you don't know anything about the words attraction marketing, start learning about it, because this is the new way, this is the modern way to build your business online. If you want some free training regarding attraction marketing, just put the word training down below so I can send you some free training and you can just start learning about the concept of attracting people to you instead of chasing people, instead of being offensive to people and putting your hand in your pocket before you care two hoots about the person at the other end of the message. Absolutely annoys me. Leslie, I missed the beginning. I was at baseball. Well, it's good that you're at baseball with your grandson. You should be having fun, Leslie. That's fine. Just listen to the replay. You'll get the beginning. I'm on a bit of a rant. I'm just annoyed, about something that happened to me last week. And it happens too often. Build a relationship with people before you put your hand in your wallet and you want them to buy from you. Your business will never grow with those kind of strategies, online or offline. Now, the unfortunate part about network marketers is I think social media, awesome. I can attract all these different people. I can get all these new friends. Uplines are teaching their downlines to do this. Go on Facebook, friend 5 new people a day. Then go and send them a message and see if they're interested in an opportunity, if it didn't interfere with what they're currently doing. You know the words, you've heard it before. So they send those messages without making a friend first. Now, I'm not saying get on Facebook and you can't make new friends. You can. But take the time to suss somebody out a little bit first. What are they all about? What can you help them with? If you want to make more money, if you want to build your business, become more valuable to the marketplace and somebody first. When you become more valuable and helpful to people, the money will come. Always. On social media, don't go chasing new friends and sending spammy messages. Or like it was a matter of hours from somebody connecting with me to try to pitch me in their business. I know nothing about their business. They know nothing about me. They don't even know if I would be interested in that kind of thing. It's just the full pitch. It's worked for me, so, it could work for you. You don't know anything about me. So it's just push, what we call push marketing. You want to learn about pull marketing, which is what attraction marketing is. And that's why I said if you want some free training regarding attraction marketing, just drop the word training down below and I'll be sure to send you some free training after I finish this Facebook Live. If you're going to go on social media and try to build your business that way, get off your personal Facebook page. Do not send messages, like that I got sent the other day. Set up the business page, pitching it the right way, learning how to attract people to you, and start your journey online the right way, not the wrong way. Donna, that's so true, Helen. Love how you're changing the way network marketing is done. I'm trying, Donna Marie. It's a huge thing to try to resolve, but I am passionate about trying to help network marketers learn. And it's often sometimes that they just don't know. People are being taught these strategies from their upline and they're just doing what they're told to do. If that's you, it's not necessarily your fault, but be educated in how to do it the right way. Get the right training to learn how to do the right way and just be smarter and think about it yourself. How do you feel? And this is going to lead into my next point. How do you feel when people just throw something at you like that? As an individual, how do you feel? So treat people like you would like to be treated. How does it feel when you walk into a shop and that salesperson, you've hardly got in the door and they've gone, "Can I help you? What can I help you with?" They're in your face. And it's like, hang on a minute. Yeah, I actually came in here to buy something, but I just need a few minutes to work whether this is the right thing for me, whether this is going to help me. Treat people the same way. Don't push your business on somebody when you've got no idea if they're even open to it. So, I'm going to lead into my second point here with something that's happened to me in the last couple of weeks since I've come back from Vegas. And it's just human decency, and it really gets up my skin. Because it's not part of my makeup, it's not how I've been brought up, and I don't get it. how people do this, but it's happened to me 16 times in the last fortnight. 16 times. So I want to explain to you what that is. I like to help people. I will get on a call with anybody. If somebody responds to something of mine and I send them some free training, I'll always offer them the opportunity to chat. Whether what I have to say is the way somebody wants to build their business or not, I don't care. I'm happy to chat. If you want to build your business online the right way and you want to learn new strategies and you want to learn what it's all about, I'm happy to chat. Do I charge anybody for this? No. So, 16 times in the last 2 weeks, people have booked. So I book calls all the time. I do this all for free. It's just a passion of mine. I don't know if you can tell, but I just like to give people the right information and do it the right way because it's going to elevate the whole industry. So if we can elevate the whole industry, people won't be scared to join. People don't like this industry and put this industry down because of the way network marketers approach it. So if we can elevate people in this industry and the strategies that they use, then it's going to be easier for all of us to grow our businesses. Jessica, I have wasted more money on these leads than have leads that have led me nowhere. Every time I click on their think it's sending me to know smart information or training, it's sending me to buy another lesson every time. Yeah, true. You have to be careful with the information that you're receiving. But so I'll send some information to somebody, help them, always offer them for a chat, and a lot of people will want to chat. Now, my upbringing, I will always treat people the way I want to be treated, and I will show common courtesy if I'm not going to show up to a call. So if I book a call with somebody or a meeting or a coffee date or anything, in this case it's just calls, but if I'm not going to show up, I will send somebody a message and say, oh, sorry, something's come up, I can't, forewarning that you're not going to show up. I've had 16 people in the last 2 weeks book a call with me and just not show up on the call. Shame on you. Treat people like you would like to be treated. I understand that's just, people don't care. They don't value it because it's free. They don't know me from a bar of soap, so who cares? They think that, maybe they think I'm a scammer. Who knows? I don't know. But please, people, have the human decency to show up. Or if you know you're not going to show up, just send a message and say, or cancel the call. I have had people do that and I appreciate that. So they'll send me a message, something's come up, I've got to reschedule. No problem, I'm all good with that. Or they press the cancel button and they actually take the time to cancel and let me know. I'm all good with that. But to waste my time, my valuable time, when I give so much away to people for free, and my passion is to elevate this industry so you can build your business easier, I can build my business easier, and people start building online the right way, then it's all for a greater cause. But when people use and abuse that, it really gets under my skin. So absolutely, Rob, people do not value free. And that's why they're not turning up. They didn't cost them anything. They don't really care. They don't feel like it. But on the other end of that, there's me, who scheduled my day around, these calls. And sometimes they can be in a row and then 3 don't turn up in a row. And so I've wasted my day on people that don't really care about their business. At the end of the day, they don't really care. So if you don't care about your business, why should anybody else care about your business? If this is how you run your business, you want the results. You want the outcomes. But when it comes down to something that could possibly make a massive difference in your business, you don't show up. So, I hope this is not coming across too harsh, but have a think about that on the receiving end. You offer great value to people, you offer to help. Whether they take up the path that you suggest or recommend or whatever is irrelevant, you're there to help. And, people schedule calls with you, and you schedule your day around that, and they just don't bother to turn up for you. How do you feel? Well, this is how I've felt 16 times in the last fortnight. So if anyone picks up on an ad of mine or anything like that and you want to chat, turn up. I'm not saying this to be, I'm a big girl. I can deal with it. That's okay, and it's par for the course in what I do. But seriously, what I don't understand is why people don't just have the decency as a human being to not send a message, not cancel appropriately, not give a reason, just not show up. I think that's rude. Does anybody agree with me? If you think that's rude, just put the word rude down below. Am I being unreasonable with what I'm sharing here about, 16 people not showing up on calls in the last fortnight when I offer my time for free, and it might just make the biggest difference, in their business? Hi Brady, how are you? Lovely to see you on live. I'm not normally this, what's the word for it? Angry or upset, right? I expect people to show up when they say they do. Yep, rude, super rude, Kath. Thank you, Kath. Leslie, tell me that's a lack of respect for you and your time. Yeah, Karen, how rude. Yeah, you are not being unreasonable. Totally, definitely not okay for people. And it's gone off the screen already. Rude, very rude. Happens in every industry, unfortunately. It does, Angela. And, anybody that has, clients and stuff, which maybe, Angela, you do, you probably get that as well. I just don't get it. I wasn't even brought up with two parents that were teaching me how to, move through life. Many of you know that I lost my mum when I was young. So, I just had to figure out life by myself in a lot of ways. But I still have human decency. If that I'm not going to follow through with something that I've said I was going to follow through with, it's just damn right rude, people. And more to the point with this industry, you've got an opportunity to talk to somebody about maybe a better way, maybe something that can turn your business around, which may turn your life around. How about that? But you get tired, something else comes up, and you don't bother to send a message to say you're not going to turn up, or anybody that just doesn't turn up to any appointment in any industry without forewarning the person, oh, look, I'm sorry, something's come up, whatever. Life happens. I get that not everybody can turn up to everything that they commit to, but why not have the decency to let the person know? So, Donna Marie, rude, and it's a reflection on their character. So true. So true. I don't get all wound up about it, that it's a reflection on me. I know who I am. I know that I will help people to the nth degree if they want my help. It's not a reflection on me or who I am or how I can help people. It really is a reflection on the other person. So what I get upset about is that when people cry poor and they go, oh, my business isn't working, nothing's working, I've been in this industry for this long and this is going on, that's going on, excuses. Victim. And yet they get the opportunity to do something about it and they just can't be bothered in the end of it. So it is a reflection on the character of the person, not on me. I do take that on board. I just think it's downright rude. Jessica, your meetings calm Harley. In the beginning, he was wound up. By the end, he's totally relaxed and resting. And he's back on my scarf now. He's woken up again. But yes, Rob, it's just about common courtesy. And I don't understand why people don't have common courtesy. I really don't. Because how you do anything is how you do everything. So my larger message here is if you let people down, you don't show up, you don't say you don't follow through with what you say you're going to do, or you don't follow up with an appointment that you've booked. It really is a reflection on, probably many times over in many aspects of your life. It comes down to the individual and, their character. But at the end of the day, treat people like you would like to be treated. So if you don't want to be left in the lurch, if you don't want to be put down, if those kind of things, then don't do it to other people. Angela, too hard for them to change and they get more attention staying stuck in their victim state. I'd hate to say I agree with you, Angela, but I do. Most people are more happy to stay stuck in being the victim than truly taking, responsibility for who they are, what they say they're going to do, sorry, I've just got to get rid of that. And really, following through and taking responsibility for their life and their business. No one else can grow your business but you. No one else can make you happy but you. Yesterday I spoke a lot about that on my personal, the Facebook Live on, the personal development type topic comes down to us. They aren't your client. Yeah. Misery loves company. It sure does. So I'm just here today. I've had my whinge. I will let it go. The first part about this live was about how to approach people. Don't approach people on social media the way that guy approached me last Friday. Don't just friend request people and then pitch them straight away. Make a friend first and care about what the person's needs or wants are before you try to pitch them with your business. Rob, it's like sitting on a thorn and can't be bothered to move. That's pretty cool, Rob. I love that. And the second part of this is please treat people like you would be treated. Respect others. Have some common courtesy for others. And if you're not going to show up on something like a call that you booked that could actually make a big difference in your business, then really look in the mirror about if you're doing that to somebody else and you just don't care, then how else is that showing up in your life? How you do anything is how you do everything. Barry, perhaps schools should teach MLM development classes for the next generation. Not just MLM development, Barry, but just, that decency and common courtesy. I couldn't agree with you more, Barry. People don't take enough responsibility, full stop, for what's happening in their lives. Jessica, your rant hits home. Thank you for being real. My pleasure. I can't get across enough. I do this personal development, and that's usually yesterday, which it was yesterday. And this is sort of on this track, but people don't realize the way you think, what you do, the actions that you take or don't take will have more impact on you, your happiness, your life, and how that plays out in your business than you realize. Jessica, at least teach common courtesy. Yes, how to live life, just common sense. Angela, it's a lack of integrity and authenticity. Absolutely. People hide behind, sorry, I'm going to swear here, but people hide behind their own shit and they make it okay. They make excuses. Oh, it's just the way I was brought up. And they make excuses for, what they do or don't do by that kind of thing. Take responsibility for what you do or don't do and, be a bigger person and treat people like you would like to be treated and have common courtesy and be nice and uplift people instead of pulling them down. Like I was saying on yesterday's Facebook Live, uplift people. Make it your mantra to be somebody who walks around on this planet with their head held high, particularly if this industry, you need to, do that sometimes when everyone's putting you down. Have your head held high about what you do, the industry that you're in. This is an amazing industry and way too many people put it down. But why do they put it down? Because there's so many people in this industry approaching it the wrong way, hassling people about their business, stalking people on social media and sending them messages, pitching their business when they don't know anything about them. That's what gives this industry a bad name, and we all sort of wear that. But that doesn't mean I'm ashamed of being in this industry. I'm very proud of being in this industry, what I've achieved in this industry and helping other people in this industry build their business the right way, particularly on social media. But we've got to have integrity. You've got to be genuine. You've got to be authentic. You've got to care about other people. And you've got to treat people nicely. And go through life uplifting people, not tearing them down. Barry, absolutely. Rob, it's not my fault. Absolutely. How many people walk around going, it's not my fault? It's how I was brought up. It's the only way I know. Who cares if that's the only way you know? Learn a new way. We are responsible. We are the only ones responsible for our happiness, our life, our business, our income, our relationships. You only let somebody hurt you if you let them hurt you. It's your thoughts, it's your mind, it's your world, and you're the only one that's in control of that, not anybody else. Okay, rant over. Jessica, amazing, just so uplifting. I'm blown away by the way I feel after this. Integrity, even when no one is looking. Oh, absolutely. Even when no one's looking. Have integrity. Uplift people. Be a better person. Step into a better version of yourself. And you'll be amazed when you do that. You'll be happier and more confident, and things will just grow around you and people will be drawn to you. Leslie, I'm glad I found you when I did. I was approaching my business all wrong because that's what I was being taught. Yeah, and half the people out there don't even know any better. Their uplines are teaching their downlines to do these strategies. I mean, that guy last Friday that I gave you that example of with me, who knows? Maybe he's been taught to do that. He may not even know that how he approached me was wrong. So the further and wider we can get these messages out, and as I said, my door's always open for people to talk to on a chat, but they've got to turn up to the chat to get the information. And if they don't, then it's a true reflection on them. Anyway, rant over. For those of you that have stayed with me, on the live, I do appreciate you listening, and I hope you got some kind of value out of what I've said today through these two examples that, I've been hit with in the last sort of couple of weeks. Crystal, you're a blessing, Helen. I'm very happy to be learning from you and do this the right way. Thank you, Crystal. I really appreciate your kind words and all the likes and loves that are coming through at the moment. Guys, you know how much I love you and appreciate you for turning up live and listening to me. And I just hope that you got some value out of today's content, because I think it's really important. Jessica, searching for help, it's just dead end sometimes. So very grateful for Helen. Oh, thank you. Rob, valuable talk. Thank you for your feedback, guys. I really appreciate that. I'm jumping on live. What is tomorrow? Yes, I am going live again tomorrow. I've got some more goods for you that I'm bringing to you from Vegas. I've still got content from Vegas that I haven't shared with you yet. So please, this time tomorrow, join me again. You guys are awesome. Signing out from Helen and Harley. He's gone all floppy now. You've had your play with my scarf, Harley. So see you guys. Have an awesome rest of the day, evening, whatever part of the day it is for you, and I'll catch you tomorrow. Bye.